Okay, so I made it to this new island. Never been here before, obviously. It's so exciting when you're at a new place. It's beautiful. I mean, there's never any guarantees, but looks good. Let's give it a go. It's the first cast on the new island. I like this spot in between the two islands, like a big channel in the middle. Definitely get the feel it's the kind of place that will hold fish. You know, they'll be obviously patrolling up around the islands. There's a big rock in front, that's the only problem. The fish goes down there. So I'm going to cast for a while here, and then I'm just going to move up over there, I think. I'm going to check, because there's a big rock out in front here, which is not ideal. Had a hit then. Okay, so I've just moved along to another spot right near the point. It's going to be really hard to get to that point. Maybe at low tide it's possible, I don't know. Certainly not a high tide, even with a boat, it's just too much swell. But it looks a really good spot here anyway. There's a few good spots, I think, to get the fish out as well, if I'm lucky enough to hook anything. That is a gutter. That was a nice Cabira snapper, not a massive one, but a decent sized one. So pissed me off that one. I had it literally landed and it just sucked back a bit and just came off the hook. I'm going to try a few of these really slow retrieves. Every time I turn the camera off and on another one off, I just hooked up with one. I've just been retrieving it really slow there, just like tapping it through. I got a hit from a crevalle, quite a decent one, and then just then, I don't know what that was, I didn't see it. With the crevalle, I saw its tail. I just cast into the edges here. First cast I had a hit. I don't think it was big, but could have been anything. But I know there's snappers around. There's definitely had more action from snappers than anything. That's right on the edge there. So the good thing about this lure, you really retrieve it slow. It sort of literally sits there. You can just tweak it through. Put the rooster up. Just seen it follow the work go before. Oh, it's shaking like crazy. Oh dear. It's nerve-wracking. And my heart's beating after that. It's First of all, it took, I seen it chasing it. I was only tweaking it in slow. Look at that. And then I seen the fins, so I retrieved quick, took the lure out, cast again. It's still on. Thought it was off for a second. Please stay on. It's a really good rooster. Whoa. Blimey. I have to stop it. Ain't got a lot of line left. Took some line back. They're from the jack family, and you can tell they're really powerful when they want to run. If I get a chance, I'm going to bring it in around to the side. I think it's too dodgy here. We stayed on this long. Let's do this. Hopefully let him kite out round here. It would be great to bring him up here. There's a kind of spot I could bring him up. So really, Samson's a good rooster. Let him make a few of those tiring runs, but not too much. There's not a heck of a lot of line on this reel. See, I might have to move where I am. I have to shoot over there. It's like a spot I could possibly bring him in over there. He's not ready yet. Don't want to bring him in here. We're lucky it could work, but go over here, I think. I can see him there. I don't know if he's ready. I can bring him up here. It's a lovely rooster. On the lighter setup as well. It's just I'm still on. This one. Seems to be stuck down there. I can feel it moving, but he won't come up. Feels like he's caught on something. I've got to get him out. I don't believe it. No. Oh, he's on. Still on. I got it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I got it. I thought I'd lost it. I somehow got him out. Had a tough fight around the rocks there. I'm holding him against me. It's absolutely huge. So I've got what I come for, but I've got to get him in. Got to get him to the edge here. There he goes. He's gone off. Fantastic. Okay, that was chaotic. What a, I don't know, 20 minutes of chaos that was. Absolutely knackered. Yeah, so basically I hooked him here. I saw some fins when I was just tweaking it through slowly and he was following it. I thought, shit, it's a rooster, so I quickly took the lure, retrieved it fast. I mean, I had a few meters left and took it out, and then I cast sort of over to the back and then brought it in really fast, and then whack, he was on it. We made some runs out here, and then I was hoping to bring him in around here as a place, but I ended up bringing him in here, just over beyond there. I thought I was going to lose that fish at the end. That's definitely a personal best rooster. That was a really big one. And he started off, he just sort of stayed where he was for a while, fighting and shaking his head. And then he did some big runs, and I had to stop him at one point because I had my lighter tackle. I had the standard Longcast and 70 gram Shad on, but just it was 6,000 Saragossa, so there's not so much line on it. But anyway, I managed to stop him, and then it got a bit tricky when I got him in close. And yeah, he sort of, I don't know if he got hooked around his tail at that point, but he was down and I could hardly get him up. But I think I didn't want to pull too hard, so I didn't know if it was the rocks. But anyway, I'm really glad I put a longer leader on. Just this morning I looked at my leader, and it was about like 1.5 meters, and I thought, oh, that's too short, so I changed it, made it 2 meters luckily, and I think it could have made a difference. You just never know. It's worth it around these rocks when you've got a big heavy fish. And yeah, so I had to go down and get him. So he went off nicely, which is really nice, of course. I tried to keep him out as short as I could because they really don't last long. But anyway, I hope the footage came out on this camera. I really do, because that's what I came for. That was the goal. And yeah, so just absolutely buzzing over that. So that's the lure that did it, the 70 gram Shad. Just going to give it a couple of last casts before I go. I was just getting out a long way with the enticer. Just keep swapping these between the two really. Enticer would be the lure I would have expected to catch the rooster on. Caught them on it before because it's top water and it's good for retrieving pretty fast if you need. Whereas the Shad's more just under the surface. Okay, mission accomplished. A brilliant session. On the way back now, and hopefully be able to get back here tomorrow. Thanks for my drive.